FDTV presents Gentle Giant with Pam Minick and Katie Kaufman.
This week we're at the beautiful Young Living Farms in Mona, Utah, where snow-capped mountains provide a backdrop for the Fall Festival and Draft Horse Show.
Gary and Mary Young have carved out a farm where lavender and other plants are harvested and distilled into their essential oils.
They've created a horse lover's paradise with barns full of champion Percherons and Friesians, plus draft horses of all sizes sharing space with other exotic animals.
And at their fall festival, they not only showcase the horses, but there's also a concert, jousting, and other fun family activities.
The passion for horses and heritage is evident here at Young Living.
We bought it for the farming, for the crops. And we had looked quite a while, and you know, when you're in the essential oil business, if you don't have oils, you don't have a business. And it's grown so much, and Gary he has this vision, he has this knowing about the future, and he said, we have to have a farm, we have to grow crops. And lavender was number one. And so this was an old Angus beef farm. And little by little, he added this and he added that. And then we had the big barn down there, and we put that up, but it wasn't big enough for what his vision saw. So then he started talking about the arena, and he loves horses. He's grown up with horses his entire life. He farmed with horses. So for him, horses are number one. I want to have a draft horse show at the farm. So the first year, we built half of what you see. He built the horse barn, you know, and we're all in awe. And he loves these Percherons, he loves the show horses. And then he's got to build a barn for the Friesians. He's got to have Friesians because, you know, they're such gorgeous animals. And then we were so lucky to get Bandito, and Felix came, and he's such a wonderful horse trainer, and he's so beautiful when he rides those animals in, carrying the American flag. I mean, it's so spectacular. So then comes the second barn for the Friesians. And then he said, Mary, we've got to have a barn for all our show people. When they come here, if we're gonna have a draft horse show, we gotta make it the very best for all of these wonderful people who come. And so he drew it, he draws all the blueprints. Over there we've got washers and dryers and all these kinds of things that they don't have in the other shows. And he said, look at all the room. These people are just going to have so much fun. This is going to be so fantastic for them. And they're going to be able to take such good care of their horses, which of course is number one for him.
So to get 20 hitches in this barn, we needed to build this beautiful barn with facilities, laundry facilities, showers, restrooms. You're traveling all this time, and we want to make sure this is your home away from home. A Young Living standard is we want our exhibitors to come here. We're in the middle of Mona, Utah, which there's not a lot of services out here, and we want to make sure that our exhibitors are fed well and they're happy, and so we provide a breakfast every morning for them. As well as we like to give them little souvenirs along the way, a hospitality dinner, as well as a closing dinner to find out their comments of what we can improve on.
Gary is very passionate about the draft horse show. He started it, this is the third year of it, and everybody has to put on a lot of miles to get here. He wanted to make sure that when they get here, everything's comfortable, everything's taken care of. The meals that they're doing is phenomenal. The brand new barn that they've put up with the showers and the wash racks and stuff is pretty neat.
We brought our whole family out, and all the kids just love it. They have all this space to go out and play and have fun, and they have so many activities for the kids here. So it's a fantastic place to bring the family.
Gary's vision with the farm is that you can bring your family down at any given time, and you can learn about Young Living essential oils. You can take a wagon ride. You can also visit the petting zoo as well as our show horses. So we want to encourage families to come down. Not only do we offer events throughout the year, but you can come down any day of the week and schedule a tour in our wonderful distillery.
the old farmhouse, and we welcome everyone. We love to have people come and walk through and learn about what we do, learn about the oils. The distillery was built from the first bucket of dirt that we dug up. It's the largest privately owned distillery in the world, I think. He saw the horses as a way to introduce our business to a whole different environment. People who didn't know anything about how oils could be used for the betterment of the horses. And we've used our oils on horses, dogs, cats, animals of all kinds.
Young Living is an awesome place to work, first of all. Gary and Mary are great people to work for. They have a lot of dreams. Of course, a beautiful place to work at every single day. You know, you come here, the mountains are beautiful.
We'll give you a closer look at the Young Living Percherons and Friesians when Gentle Giants returns. Stay with us. Welcome back to Gentle Giants. The draft horse program at Young Living Farms has expanded recently with the addition of Jason Goodman's Percheron Thunder exhibition hitch.
And an investment in some new horses for the show ring with Tim Sparrow handling them. And even a new Friesian stallion that Felix Santana is excited to show off.
They have, you know, our draft horse Percheron department, and then they have the workhorse department. They have a Friesian and Andalusian area. They have riding horses because Gary also offers riding through the mountains during his different events for the company. And so there's just a ton of stuff going on here for equine, and it's a wonderful place for families to come and bring their children here. It's just a safe place to come and enjoy and relax and not have to worry about anything when you're a family, mom and dad, just let them run.
I could not ask for any better of a team. In fact, we've even named Jason this year. We call him Hollywood because of his brilliant smile and what he does on his horses. And we're just so blessed to have him. He's quite a showman, and he's a pleasure to work with every day.
We brought on exhibition hitch that we're going to do more rodeo exhibitions, also some of the big fairs. We'd like to get into some of the big parades as well. And then also the show bunch, which is driven by Tim Sparrow. But what we'd like to do is do a little more marketing for Young Living, for the products Young Living Essential Oils. With the Fall Festival Draft Horse Show and the rodeo, the exhibition hitch is doing performances during the rodeo, and the show hitch, which is competing in the Draft Horse Show. This is one of the first shows for points for the Classic Series. We're trying to hit the ground running, but we got a full year to see if we can get enough points to get the show bunch at the Classic Series finals.
These horses are athletes. They are just like the NFL superstars, the NBA superstars. This is the best of the best, the cream of the crop, and they are all athletes. And when you get to this level, it's really neat to see how athletic they are. So that's our job, is to go in there, and a lot of people don't realize that even a 2,200-pound animal can turn or run like a 1,000-pound quarter horse, just with a lot more power. So to see them sling a 3,000-pound wagon sideways in an arena at a run, it demonstrates the power and athletic ability that these animals have.
You know, the Perchers he grew up with, and then the Friesians he got into showing and stuff. And Gary himself is a showman, and so he's got a couple of the Friesian stallions that he rides during the show, and they're very, very flamboyant.
He's been riding for years. He really likes to put, especially his stallion Bandito. He always likes to put him through his, through his paces, and he takes the time with me to train him on what to do. When he's here, that's what he's riding, and that's what he enjoys. Now we have about 18 Friesians here, and we have some of the top bloodlines in the business. That was one of Gary's ideas. The stagecoach, of course, is, it's like an American icon. He said, well, why don't we put some Friesians in front of it so it looks a little bit more balanced? And that's what we did. Those 3 stallions, 2 of them were brought from the Netherlands, and of course Bandito is the one that I ride. The 2 riders next to me are Marcos and Joel Villaseñor, they're brothers. So you got like the Spanish Walk, Passage, Piaf, the Levad, which is rare to some people. Especially when I come into this barn, it's like a kid going to the playground, You gotta love your job to be successful at it. And that's I think part of my success is loving what I do, and more than anything loving the animals that I work with.
The Friesian program has really grown a lot, the draft horse program. And we also want to work with the breeding program as well. So the farm, I think there's 1,600 acres here. There's a lot going on.
Don't go away. We'll be back with more from the Young Living Fall Festival and Draft Horse Show when Gentle Giants returns. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Gentle Giants. The Young Living Draft Horse Show is one of the first opportunities to earn points for the new 6-horse hitch season.
In just 3 years, it has become a popular stop on the show schedule. The competitors love the scenery here, the accommodations, and the hospitality that Young Living offers.
It takes a year of planning. I have a team of 4 of us, plus our farm team, that we all pull together to make this event happen.
Gary wants to try to produce a family-oriented special event here. And the chance of having one of the largest draft horse shows and also one of the last PRCA rodeos to qualify for the NFR. And you also have full contact jousting show here as well. And then you have the rest of the park and then also the concert. So I think his goal is to grow this into a very unique event. And this is the 3rd annual, so and every year it gets bigger and better. He's always looking to add new stuff to it.
From single horse rider cowboy to Los Angeles.
The reputation of this show has spread pretty rapidly, and we wanted to come and be a part of it because of the things that we heard about it. Their hospitality here is second to none. They treat the exhibitors so kind and just try to do everything possible for them. So it's fantastic. We want to come back for sure. Not only is the show spectacular, but it's located in a spectacular place. I mean, you look off to the east and you see snow-capped mountains, and you're showing outside. What a beautiful spot. And this farm is fantastic. I mean, you can tour around the farm all day if you wanted to and see all the sights. It's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to our friend from the Express class in Yukon, Oklahoma, Dr. Mitchell.
And when you win here, you get all kinds of essential oils, so my wife and all the girls on our crew are pretty happy about that.
It's the first year for this building, but I think it's been a success, great success. The barn's set up unique compared to a lot of shows. Everybody has their own door to go out of. They don't have to try and pass another exhibitor, which is very convenient.
So excited to be here. It's the hometown show for us in a way, and we have a lot of friends and family that come and show up, and a lot of groupies and friends that are in the stands cheering for us. And there's nothing better than when you're going around out there and you've got the support of the crowd. That feeling is amazing. So to be able to be this close to home with a show like this, I mean, this show is unbelievable. The hospitality that Young Living puts on and the quality of the show, the quality of the judges, the facilities, everything here is amazing. So we're very proud that it's here in Utah. We're very proud to be associated with this show and love to come.
In my family, we've actually had draft horses in them since the mid-1850s. And so we've had Percherons and we've had Belgians, and get the quality that we needed. The Belgians is probably the better way to go, so the Belgians won out, and so that's what we've always stayed with.
This is our third year. We came the first year when it's come. Each year it gets bigger and better. Nice facility, and Gary Young really treats us good here. He's a real good host and seems to want to keep everybody happy.
This is an incredible venue. Mr. Young's done an amazing job, obviously, putting this together. So we were really excited to come out and be part of that first bunch that was here. The scenery is amazing outside. They've got the mountain range right outside the arena. The snow's in there this year. It's just incredible. It kind of gives you an alpine feel almost. And well, the hospitality is just outstanding. I mean, I don't think there's another show in the U.S. that I'm aware of anyway that puts on a spread like this with the dinners and the, just they're extremely interested in making sure that you're happy and that the horses are all comfortable and, you've got what you need. They've got an amazing facility with, brand new bathrooms and showers and laundry room. I mean, where do you find that? So it's great.
It took us 3 days to get here, and 2 years ago when I was here, the arena was great. It's big. I won the 8. I was second in the 6 both days, and really had a good feeling leaving here, and made me come back. And so hopefully it'll happen again. It's really cooler weather here. The horses enjoy it a lot better. It's easier to keep them happy.
The draft horse industry as a whole is just wonderful people. Just love being with the people once you get to the shows. We've been at it since, my brother and I was 9 and 10, so that's where we started with ponies and just worked our way up, and draft horses have been it from then on.
We grew up with it. We were teenagers when we started this, and it's a great experience to learn to care for animals, especially horses, and we taught our children that, and grandchildren, and nieces and nephews, and it teaches them a value that you can't get anywhere else. So it brings our family closer, and the horses are part of that family.
I see their love of performing and their joy when they hit that ring, and they're proud of themselves and just carry themselves and pick up, and they're ready. And I love being behind that and helping them show off.
Here come the girls from the Blue Ribbon Days, Team Woodbury.
It's a place somebody ought to experience in their lifetime. It's you don't never show anywhere that you have this kind of scenery. The weather's cool. Actually, it'll be a good 8. The mares will be fresh. Everybody's horses will be fresh, so it should be a very good class.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful yellow wagon. There stands your champion of the 2017 Open 8-horse hitch here at the Young Living Central Oil Farm Draft Horse Show. The Blue Ribbon Days, the Percheron mares, Mr. Cody Woodbury.
I actually couldn't be happier with how the horses are driving. They're very talented, and you just got to let them drive and do their thing. What we're doing here for Young Living, one is getting out in the ring, doing a good job with their horses, but also doing a professional job with the company and promoting their products. I'm new to everything. Reviews is a product. It's called Cool Azul to it helps loosen up muscles on the horses and stuff. And I actually sometimes I use it on myself, and so that's the product I'm most familiar with. But we need we'll try and have things out, samples and things, so people can get a little exposure of what Young Living Essential Oils is.
The Young Living Percherons from right here in Mona, Utah. They make their home on the Young Living Essential Oil Farm with the direction of Tim Sparrow, and I have initially up on the box. The Young Living Percherons, owned by Gary and Mary Young.
Every year it gets bigger and better. He's always looking to add new stuff to it. It's always going to be in September. It's a Harvest Fest. It's the end of the year celebration for the farm here. I think this will be something in the future that people won't want to miss.
We want to thank all of you for joining us this time on Gentle Giants. Pam and I had a wonderful time in Mona.
As all the competitors say, the scenery here is beautiful and you've got to make a visit to Young Living Farms. We want to thank Gary and Mary Young, Mark, Shannon and Liz, and the Draft Tours team, Jason, Rose, Tim, Brittany, Faith, and Felix. Join us next week right here on Gentle Giants.
Or in the meantime, you can always see what we're up to on our Facebook page.
Bye now.